Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today it is Wednesday the 27th of January and I'm off to the shops to get a few things. I haven't done any shopping in for a few days, so I just need to go and stock up on a few things. As you can see, it is a foggy day in Blackpool. Normally where I'm pointing the camera you would see the Blackpool Tower, but the fog has made the tower invisible. This is Central Drive now. I'm going down. I've just left Grasmere Road. Central Drive runs down there all the way towards Blue Pub, but can't see down there today because visibility is so poor. And a couple of you have been asking me for an update on my health and what's going on, because for those of you that followed my vlog the other night, I actually spent the evening in the walking centre because I got bit by a stray cat. And just to recap the story, there's this little black and white cat which we nicknamed Black and Whitey. Not very imaginative, I know, but he's been coming for food for a few days, well a few months I should say, actually not a few days, a few months, for food. And we made a shelter in the garden, and it's 4 walls and a roof and a nice little bed with a fleece blanket, just in case he has nowhere to go at night, because I am not actually 100% certain that he is indeed a stray. I'm pretty sure he is, but like, you can never be 100% sure with cats, can you? So I've put a shelter outside in case he needs somewhere to sleep, but when he comes down he's always like pretty starving at the window, scratching, so I'm gonna feed him. And I can't really let him in to adopt him because my own 2 cats, Heidi and Trickster, they really don't like him, they're really hostile towards him. So for the last couple of weeks, little Black and Whitey has been letting me stroke him sometimes. He's been a little more friendly to me when he comes down for his food. So the other day when I fed him, he was happily eating his food, and then I opened the window to let one of my own cats in, and as my own cat was coming in through the window, the Black and Whitey jumped up on the window ledge, because he was stood on his shelter roof eating, so he jumped up on the window ledge and took a big bite out of my finger. And it was a real proper bite as well, not that kind of little soft warning bite or friendly bite that cats sometimes do just to send you a message that they're annoyed with you. It was literally chomp. It felt like his fang went all the way through to the bone of my finger. It really hurt. And then within a couple of hours my finger started swelling up, and then my knuckle swelled up, and then my hand started to swell up, and then I did what I probably shouldn't have done. I googled cat bites, and according to Google there was a very good chance I'd lose my hand if I didn't seek immediate medical attention. Googling things, folks, is pretty darn terrifying, I've got to tell you. It was saying all these things about how many cat bites out of 100 get infected and how people have lost fingers and all these horror stories. So I went to the walking centre, and for those of you not from England, a walking centre is kind of like an emergency room, except it's not in a hospital, so it's not like you're going to accident and emergency at the hospital and you're going to wait for hours and hours. The walking centre, it's more like a general practitioner's, only bigger, that's open all hours, and you don't have to be a member to go down there. You can pretty much just rock up any time you want, whether you're registered with a doctor or not. You can just go on in and you can get your treatment. So anyhow, I go in the walking centre, and I'm a little bit apprehensive of going in there because obviously current circumstances, I don't really want to go into any walking centres or hospital wards or anything, but I was really pleasantly surprised when I went in there. They had the area all like cordoned off. It was a good one-way system. There was a really nice nurse on like a little entrance at the end of the one-way system within the building, and she was taking people's temperatures and asking people a few questions, then directing people where to go and sit down. And there weren't really a lot of people waiting. I think there were about 9 or 10 people waiting, which isn't really a lot for a walking centre. I mean, I've been there in the past, pre-2020, when there's been 30 or 40 people waiting there. But there were only a few, and I actually ended up waiting an hour, which again isn't a long time. I mean, when I was waiting it felt like way longer than it was, because my hand was really killing me. It was getting more swollen, it was starting to get hot, and I kept imagining, like, is my elbow getting hot? Does my elbow joint hurt? You know, when you're trying to think, is this really happening, or am I imagining things? But anyway, I went in, and the nurse I saw was really good. She was really kind and really nice, and she took a good look at my hand and said yes, I did need these antibiotics. She gave me these really strong antibiotics. There's actually 2 different antibiotics in the same tablet, and they're like massive white tablets. I've never seen anything like these before, and I've got to take them for a full week. And they also, she recommended I get a tetanus, but they didn't have any of the tetanus injections in stock, so she contacted my actual GP practice and told me to phone them the next day. But actually the next day they phoned me, and I ended up going down that day and getting my tetanus. But I do need 2 follow-ups, one at the end of February and one at the end of March. So yeah, apart from that, everything's all right. My hand is still sore, it's still quite swollen, but it's nowhere near as swollen as it was. It's definitely gone down a lot, and it's definitely hurting a whole lot less. So I know these antibiotics are working, but they're also making me feel really tired. I don't know if that's the antibiotic, although one of the side effects, it did say don't drive or operate machinery, so maybe tiredness is side effect. But it's also my arms and legs are tired, and I'm not sure if that's the infection or the medication. But yeah, my elbows hurt and my wrists hurt and my hands hurt, and I've been feeling altogether really tired. So that is why I haven't really been out filming much. And I know I did promise I'd walk up near the Imperial on film. Is it Empress Drive or Empress Road? Somebody has asked me to film that twice now, and I said both times, yeah, I will get down there in the next couple of days. And ordinarily I would have done it yesterday or today, but I really don't feel up to walking all the way down there today. I didn't really want to come as far as I've come today. I mean, I've not really walked that far now. I live fairly close to Chapel Street, so I've not walked a long way. My plan is to walk up here, see if I can give you any updates of what's going on with the subway being filled in, and then walk straight down the prom towards Coral Island, then go to Heron Food and the pound shop, get a few bits, and then go straight back home. Because I'm really not feeling the best. I'm feeling kind of out of breath now, and I just think it's the infection that's slowing me down a bit. But I do have these antibiotics, so it will get better. And that's for little Black and Whitey. He's had his name changed to Bitey. I think I mentioned that one, so he's now called Bitey. And he came back later on for his food like nothing had happened. He was all, oh, hello, meow meow, breakfast please. So I was a little bit wary of putting my hand out of the window, because I normally lean out of the window and put his bowl of food into his shelter to feed him. And that's the way I've always done it. So I was feeling a little bit wary of doing that, but I didn't want to not feed him, because I'm sure he only bit me because he was spooked. or scared or something, or felt threatened or worried, I don't think for a second it was out of any kind of malice. I'm not even sure cats feel malice and hatred for people, especially not somebody that's been feeding them for the last few months. But anyway, that's a full health update for me, so I am going to close this video now. I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Please just leave me a like and a comment, and please subscribe. I am edging closer to 5,000 subscribers, so that's exciting. And anyway, I shall see you folks in the next video. Goodbye.